Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 20th IRF Racquetball World Championships. We are at the women's finals. The men's finals is in the books. Alex Landa took the crown. Kelani Lawrence from the USA is taking on Paola Longoria from Mexico. I'm Dean Baer. Joining me, as always, here in the IRF is Gary Mazaroff. Gary, we're ready for a great women's battle.
Absolutely. Nothing new for Paola. Something new for Kelani. Congratulations to both players for getting here. Congratulations to Alex. World title. Congratulations to Andres Acuna for getting to the final and having a wonderful tournament. Let's set the stage here, Dean.
Well, the stage is set.
We have a switch from the previous match. Copandegui from Argentina will be the head official. Gomez, the previous head official, will be a line on the right, and Torres from Colombia will be on the left.
Kelani Lawrence took out Carla Munoz from Chile in the first round, 15-8, 15-3. Angelica Barrios in the second round, 15-13, 15-11. And Ronda Rasic, 15-12, 15-7. This is interesting. Kelani has not been in a tiebreaker this tournament in singles. And neither has Paola. Paola took out Maria Jose Munoz from Ecuador.
Fascinating.
Samantha Salas from Mexico. And Natalia Mendez from Argentina. So that's how these ladies got here. Neither one in a tiebreaker. Will we see the first tiebreaker for one of them? We shall see. Longoria off to a 3-point lead, 3-0. Yeah, this stage is nothing new for Paola Longoria. She's a multi-world champion, correct?
Yes. Singles and doubles, and she'll be playing for the doubles title later against Team USA. Left up.
Good get there, nice cross court. And there's the winner in the corner for Kelani Lawrence from the United States. Kelani, this is her first time going to a finals.
Both very athletic, great feet, get to the ball, set up well.
Good serve and a great return. USA having both men and women in the finals. I don't know, did that hit the...
No, just convergence. Dead ball hinder called by Copandegui. So it's first serve. Lawrence, who lives in Virginia in the USA. Paola from San Luis Potosí in Mexico. Short serve. I want to thank all the international racquetball professional refs, 18 of them from 6 different countries. Yesterday was a 12-hour day. We had 7 streamed matches. Today, this is the second of 4. Good start for Mexico, 3-zip. Empty inning that time, score-wise for Lawrence. We're here in Guatemala City, the capital, the beautiful new complejo. Centro Deportiva, it's a multi-sport park. There's a velodrome next door, and next to that is an 11-court new squash facility. Comes right again. Not sure what was called.
I think it was a foot fault.
Foot fault, front line. Also known as the service line. So that's a second serve. Left up pinch. We talked about hitting lanes, passing lanes, Dean.
Yeah, Kelani's finding herself shooting the ball more down Broadway so far early here, straight down the middle of the court. Anytime you have a shot that goes in the middle of the court, you're basically giving your opponent a buffet of shots to take, and is able to kind of figure out where you are, and is going to have a whole court wide open. And Paola's taking advantage there.
Good metaphor, my friend. Good metaphor.
Well, you know I like to eat, so the buffet was warranted, and I just got my lunch ticket.
I'm impressed. Meanwhile, Longoria, 3-zip. Coming around. Set up. There's the down the line. She didn't put it away. She's fishing. Well, we'll see what the call is.
She's going to get it. She's going to get it.
She held up. She was leaning. She thinks she cleared. So there's an appeal.
That's going to stand.
Call stands.
2 up.
Loss of an appeal. She's down to 2. Three usable appeals. If either linesperson agrees with the referee, it's a used appeal. Unlike USA, if one of the linespersons disagrees, it's not a use, regardless of the outcome of the appeal. 2 timeouts per game. Great shot out of the air. Kelani has that knack. She's able to do that with her good footwork, racket prep, and skill set. .04, game 1. Cross court, pure pass, winner. So empty service innings from Kelani thus far. Each player, once the score is called, has 10 seconds to put the ball in play. You'll see that Paola does not observe that most of the time. Yet it's rarely called by the officials.
I want to thank Gearbox for being the official ball of the IRF here. We're using Gearbox Black. Check them out online, www.gearboxsports.com. Beautiful shot down the line. We talked yesterday during Paola's match, Gary. She uses the lanes effectively and often.
As long as I've been involved with this sport, it's a long time, Dean. She, over the years, has committed the fewest unforced errors I've ever seen from any athlete.
As Kelani Lawrence gets an equipment timeout, change of a racket.
Hello, Fred. Thank you for your comments from Boston.
Oh, nice little stab down the line by Kelani Lawrence. Joanne, always a pleasure seeing the name in the chat box. Would love for you to make it to one of the events and have you on the broadcast. To be honest, being a sports psychologist, I'm sure you have a ton of information to add via the broadcast. So,
second serve, half lob left.
Nice get off the back wall, Kelani. And Paola rips a cross-court winner.
So the first portion of this game obviously has been dominated by Paola. Let's see if Lawrence can change the theme for the second portion. That'll help.
I want to say hello to Coach Fran Davis. I'm sure she's watching in the chat box back home in Seattle.
Side out. Say hello to Francine. Let her know that our friend and cohort is doing a little bit better.
Joanne brought up a very good point. Paola's very basic, basics racquetball, I'm assuming, and consistency. So, well, consistently she's been winning. Set up off the back wall, front wall, side wall. Kelani can't get a racket on it. USA yet to score 6-0 on our IRF scoreboard. Short ball.
She's been hitting those drives with a great angle from the right side of the service zone into the deep corner. I watched her the other day. She hit 100 from just inside the drive serve line on the left side. She was going for the near crack, Dean, and she was hitting many of them. She'll probably include that serve as part of her repertoire here. Nice sidewall, front wall winner. Time to get going for Kelani. Z right side, takes it early, skips it in, point number one. Changes her position. Not sure what that was. Changes the position in the zone. We'll call it a miss hit. Second serve.
Kelani trying to use that glass, bring it over there. Paola has none of it, cuts it off. Skipped in. Point number two.
Rare unforced error by Paola. Two six.
Yeah.
Game one. Reverse. Pinch winner right side, Longoria.
The last time these two played on a professional side was back at the United States Open, and it was in the round of 16s, and Paola really won game one, 15-2, but Kelani pushed game two and lost game two, 15-14.
Wow.
So the last outing, it was close, and don't think Paola doesn't remember stuff like that. But I think Kelani probably doesn't either. Beautiful down the line. Point number 7, 7-2.
We'll have two doubles matches after this one. There'll be, assuming that this goes for a reasonable amount of time, there will be a short break. Next match is at 2, the men's doubles, and then followed by the women's doubles at 4 p.m. That's Central Standard Time in the United States and here in Guatemala.
Yeah, I think the expectation for the men's doubles is going to probably be an hour-and-a-half match, maybe a 2-hour match, so that we stay on schedule.
Well, both of the singles yesterday reached the 2-hour point. Incredible matches.
Yeah, people were talking yesterday how some of the semifinal matches were better than a final matches. Guys, you don't know how, Joanne can agree or disagree here. When you're playing a semifinal match, the tension might be a little bit looser than if you're playing a final match. I don't know. But also the skill level on those type of matches were actually a little more even.
Yeah.
So that's why we saw some good matches.
Unfortunately, we don't have control over that.
Not at all. Set up, Kelani Cross court, hits the side wall. Paola reads it. Nice pinch, repinch kill by Kelani Lawrence.
See if she can get back in there. Timeout.
Who called it?
Bailey Lawrence called it.
As she's serving, they'll take a break. We will too. We'll be back right here on the International Racquetball Federation.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Manolo Beltran. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
Welcome back, everyone. Time back on the court. Lawrence serving, 2 serves 8. Want to once again thank the sponsors of the broadcast, one being the Zurich Foundation, one being Mania Athletics and Court Wars, presented by Williams Accounting, and Planeta Racquetball. Please check them out on Facebook, Instagram. Give them a shout out. They're supporting the broadcast crew here, so thank you for that. Play resumes. Kelani. Drive serve, comes up short, second serve.
Been hitting a lot of those right side drives, but hasn't been successful.
See, there's the mix-up that Paola does well. You know, she focuses on those lines. Kelani was looking for the down-the-line shot. Paola recognized that Kelani was a little bit behind her, not much, and just threw a nice pinch. Didn't try to roll it, Gary. Just making sidewall, front wall.
Using the openings. Basic, Joanne, basic. Great serve right side, deep along that glass. That's where the glass comes into play, folks. It's tough to pick it up at times. Not to mention Paola with the pace, the angle, and the depth. 9-2 game 1. First to 15 wins. Second game, the same. If it goes to third, also known as a tiebreaker, it would be 11 points. Nobody home, right side, another point, 10-2.
Double digits for Longoria.
She's asking for screens. Quite frankly, from our perspective, no way that ball in the deep right corner is going to be a screen.
Overturned, screen serve.
That's the human factor.
Yeah. You know, and that's what a line judge does. They put themselves in the player's position, you know, and they say, you know, would I have been able to see it? And the answer is no. Second serve. Back down to 9 for Longoria, but here comes a setup off the back wall down Broadway. Kelani is there.
Good appeal. No appeal used. No point scored. 2 serving 9. Reverse, right side.
The ladies are hitting the ball straight down the middle of the court instead of the line. There they go. Once they hit the line, it's a point or side out there. But Kelani's one drive was literally straight down center court.
So was Paola's.
Yeah, the return was the same.
Yeah. Probably a function of the pace both of them put on. They weren't able to get that racket head speed to get either side. Not sure what she wants there. She was in the way and got hit. Bottom line, winner pass right side. 2-9, Bailey. I call her Bailey. It's Bailey Lawrence. Lawrence is her married name. She had what she wanted, just didn't put it away. Getting humped up by her coach, Jim Durham.
And mom.
And mom, Malia Bailey.
Legend in her own time. She's a USA Racquetball Hall of Famer.
Yes, okay.
Great shot down the line. Paola left that one dead center, and Kelani made her pay.
Empty inning from Paola. Let's see if Kelani can cash in. 7-point deficit here in game one.
Short serve.
Thus far, she hasn't been successful with those drives. Let's see what she does here. Half Z lob. She certainly had the opportunity there, Dean. But she lost it.
Down the line there. Paola Longoria in the service box, serving 9-2 with Mexico on her back. And United States, Kelani Lawrence in the back.
Great serve, weak return.
Well, right to her. She almost should have just held up there. Paola was right in front of her.
Rare miss hit by Paola, but she cashed in on a point, so it's 10-2. 10 serving 2, 10 sirve a 2, primer set. Appealing a screen. Call stands, so she lost another appeal, Dean.
Yeah, that's 2 appeals and 1 timeout already for Team USA. Mexico has all the tools in the toolbox. All the timeouts and all the appeals. Nice grab off the back wall by Lawrence. Ah, she read it right, but just couldn't get a racket on. It was too good of a shot by Longoria.
Good point. Too good of a shot. We're here in Guatemala City, the capital of this lovely country. Nuevo Complejo Centro Deportista. Number of disciplines in this sporting park. Racquetball being 1, 10 new courts, squash next door 11, velodrome next door as well.
They're in the process of building a karate facility as well.
Wonderful.
Look at that grab by Longoria. And a nice kill shot by Team USA, Kelani Lawrence.
This is the time to get back in the game. Develop a work order, if you will, for game 2. What kind of momentum can I generate? Certainly, she needs to be better on her first serves.
Good cross-court winner. I think Kelani is not giving up yet. Gary, I think she's going to make a push here. And it's what does Paola do to stop the push? I think that's what it's come down to. Kelani's going to definitely push the envelope. She's going to go a little bit lower. And there's a great serve. That's an ace. 4, subiendo 11.
If she comes back with
the Z.
The Z.
No.
Half lob off the back.
See, repite? I think it hit the box. So now it would be first serve.
First serve. That false serve was neutralized because the return was legal. Right side, cross court.
Kelani shooting on the run. Very low percentage. Timeout, Paola, I think. They'll take a break. We will too. We'll be back on the International Racquetball Federation.
The Colorado Springs Sports Corp brings top-flight events to Olympic City, USA. Each summer, more than 10,000 competitors gather to compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around the world witness the prestigious Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb And the annual Labor Day liftoff blends the scenic beauty of Colorado Springs with an awe-inspiring collection of hot air balloons, music, and fun. To learn more, visit coloradospringsports.org.
Folks, we're back here. Gary with Dean and Rafael and the other Dean and Pablo.
And Gary. I want to say a big thank you to Rafa Gatica. As always, he's helped us when we were the broadcast team in Bolivia for the IRT at the U.S. Open. Does a fantastic job. So I really want to say thank you to Rafa Gatica from Chile.
11-4 game one. Women's final.
That was a different serve by Paola. Weak return. See, repite. See,
dead ball hinder.
Let's go back to that. You know, I honestly feel like Paola had opportunity there to step in and even drive that ball. I think Kelani cleared in time.
According to the referee, no. And it could have been an avoidable hinder. You make a mistake, you pay a price. Ball skipped.
Bottom board, skipped it in. Longoria leaving the door open for Kelani Lawrence to walk in.
Talking about the momentum shift. A couple points here will do so. No less than paving the way for game two. 7-point deficit right now. Oh, nice. Another ace for Lawrence. That's two. Near crack. Sidewall. 2 bounces in the safety zone. Comes right. Another skip. Here's the Mo shift.
I said the pressure, not the pressure, but I said, you know, Longoria left the door open, and here comes Kelani, 6-11. Nice pickup by Kelani Lawrence. Good cross-court pass. That ball went into that back wall and didn't come out. And now a very animated Paola Longoria trying to serve again. She had she was very boisterous there to get herself pumped up. Let's see if it transitions into a good serve.
She wants to close this out soon. She's got to play doubles later on too, Dean.
Short.
Went for the short crack. Came up short. Front of that second line, which is the short line. Front line is called the service line. The broken red line is called the receiving line.
Nice get off the back wall. Set up. Paola down the line. Kelani's there again. Set up off the back wall. Kelani's there again, shooting herself. And now Kelani's going to be on the offense. And she skipped it in. So, Gary, let me ask you a question. When has the last time on either the ladies' side or the men's side that 11 seed is in the finals?
We'd have to ask 1-800-TODD Boss on that one. I'm not sure.
I mean, Kelani came onto the medal bracket here as the 11th seed coming out of the pool play.
It may not have happened before.
Segundo servicio. That looked like it just clipped the short line. So Todd, if you're watching, I don't know if an 11 seed ever made a finals. So that, I mean, hats off to Kelani Lawrence right now.
She doesn't see herself as an 11th seed.
No, of course not.
Good get.
Paola rips that one down Broadway as a kill shot. Good save there. See how Paola doesn't do too much. She goes up top. She's going to wait till she gets her opportunity. Kelani skipped it. First game point opportunity here for Paola Longoria. 14 serve 6. Timeout, Team USA. We'll take a break. We'll be back on the International Racquetball Federation.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham. Give a big round of applause. He'll give it over.
Back here in Guatemala City, the IRF, International Racquetball Federation World Championships, the 20th edition. Paola Longoria with game point number 1 here in game 1. Women's singles final against Kelani Lawrence. And there it is.
Game 1 in the books. Nice rally there. Kelani did everything she could, but Paola was just a little bit too strong. She just hit, too many winners. Game 1 in the books. Game 2 coming up. We'll be back on the Internet.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try it hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Álvaro Beltrán. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
Back here in Guatemala City, folks. Thank you for tuning in. International Racquetball, 20th version of the IRF World Championships. First match that was streamed. Congratulations to both players. Alex Landa prevailed 2-0, 15-6, 15-6 over Andres Acuna from Costa Rica. Alex now playing for Team USA. Speaking of Team USA, Kelani Lawrence will serve to Paola Longoria from Mexico. Second serve. Paola won game 1, 15-6. Half lob left.
So on the men's side, Gary, the third place winner is Mario Mercado over Conrado Moscoso. That was a no-show.
Okay.
So Mercado moves on.
Thank you.
I think on the women's side, it's not updated, but I think you had said before Ronda Racich move on. That match was actually played.
That was played earlier. I believe she won two games to 0.
That's a good sign for Team USA going into the finals if Racich is close to being 100%.
Yeah. She re-injured her ankle yesterday at the end of the singles match, the semi.
Skipped in, point, Mexico.
Then was able to assist her partner, Erica Mania, and hobbled to a victory over Team Argentina.
Yeah, that was a tough loss for Argentina. They had many, many, many opportunities. You know, the very young and inexperienced on the international side, Valeria Santeas. I think the match got to her, and I think the switching of the sides also got to her.
They'll learn
from
from
a
it.
mental
They'll learn
standpoint.
from it, Dean.
Correct. And they're supposed to. But 2-0, we're in the women's finals right here. World champion is the name that will be used, whoever wins this match. Look at that rip kill shot by Lawrence out of midair.
One of her strengths is taking the ball early off the short hop and or on the fly.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised that Paola doesn't go with some sort of like a mid-lob, little junk serve type serve to just make Kelani have to think. That was a screen.
Honored by the head ref, Franco Copandecchi from Buenos Aires in Argentina. One of our 18 professional refs representing six different countries.
Good leave by Paola.
That's unfortunate for
That's a veteran move
Bailey
right
Lawrence. It is. 2-0 again. No change in score. 10 seconds to serve after the score is called. 10 seconds to be ready to receive. Fault serve called by Franco. Thank our LOC, Local Organizing Committee Chair, Dr. Ware. Thank our President of the International Federation, Osvaldo Maggi, and their respective staffs for putting on a whale of event. And Dean, we're really halfway through.
Yeah, we have the juniors starting tomorrow. Well, the pool play for the juniors is over today. So they'll be starting their bracket play tomorrow. Now, their bracket play will be Olympic format. There'll be drop downs for the kids who lose in the first round or stuff like that. Gary, do you know?
It's with a significant number in a draw. It's the Olympic format. So first round losers drop to red. Second round losers drop to white. Winners of the first match, if they lose the second match, they'd go to the blue. So a full array of colors in that Olympic format. Those that continue to win vie for the world title in the gold.
Wow, red, white, and blue. Imagine that.
Well, the first Junior Worlds were held, I believe, in '88 in Miami, Florida, as part of the Orange Bowl competition, which was a multi-sport junior competition in Miami.
3 serving 0. It's a good serve and a good return. Wow. The switch of the hands there on Paola Longoria.
Impressive. Keeping Kelani on that yo-yo string, moving around. And she had that last shot she dropped with that backhand into the left corner. 4-0. Great angle, just not enough depth on that serve.
Paola looks at the coaches from Mexico.
So let's see what she does after your comment, giving Kelani an opportunity to take a loose serve. Let's see if she changes her second serve.
Well, if it's going to be a lob, it's got to really be a high lob nick. And look what she did.
Yeah. She no longer wants you as her coach.
And look at that kill shot, point number 5, I'm sorry. 5-0. Paola Longoria. No timeouts called yet here in game 2. Skipped it in, 0.6 timeout, USA.
Before we go to break, I want to recognize our hermano in Barranquilla, Junior to Papa. Gracias.
Gary, interesting start to game 2. The last 2 times these guys met on the professional level, game 1 was pretty easy for Paola from a score standpoint, but in game 2, Kelani always made a push back and made it extremely close. Are we going to see that here? It's 6-0 already.
Not going to speculate. She thinks she will. Let's see what the coaching staff for Team USA says to her. Subtle adjustments can create premium. So let's see.
Yeah, it's her first opportunity here on the world stage, being in the finals. But I'm sure she wants to come home with the big prize, the gold.
The oro, my friend, oro.
Well, players are back on the court. And Longoria getting ready to serve at 6-0.
Reverse it. So let's review. She went with a different twist. Reverse Z, deep. Got a good return. Kept Kelani back. Excuse me, Kelani had a deep return, but Paola put it away from deep court. So, same serve. Oh.
Paola wants that one back.
Yeah. Previous point, she was able to drop that ball with her backhand. Forehand, no. One of the few unforced errors. Good serve.
Yeah.
Good serve.
Yeah, that's stuck against that side wall. Want to say hello to Jose Longoria. I believe that's Paola's dad.
Second serve for Lawrence. Just earned her first point in game 2. Half lob left. Cross court.
Wow. She ran out of real estate there.
I think she was playing her up front right for that pinch.
And that was a really good placement of the ball for Paola Longoria.
Mientras, 7 sirve a 1.
Short serve. Again, the right shot.
Yeah, Lawrence went with a Z, mishit Z, veered off the back for a setup. 7-1, 6-point deficit in game 2.
She already took one timeout. She only has one left.
Did he call an encroachment on that one?
I don't know, I got 9-1 on the scoreboard.
Whatever, it's a point.
Kelani reached.
Yeah, if you're going to get there, you better be set up. So now it's
10.
a 10-1 lead. 5 more points for another world title. She'll be going for a second one, assuming she closes this one out later today in doubles. Next match comes up at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. That'll be the men's doubles.
Yeah, second timeout for her. Paola's going to stay on the court. We'll take a break. We'll be back right here on the International Racquetball Federation.
The Colorado Springs Sports Court brings top-flight events to Olympic City, USA. Each summer, more than 10,000 competitors gather to compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around the world witness the prestigious Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. And the annual Labor Day liftoff blends the scenic beauty of Colorado Springs with an awe-inspiring collection of hot air balloons, music, and fun. To learn more, visit coloradospringssports.org.
We're back, folks. Gary Mazeroff, Dean Baer, Rafael Gatica, Pablo Farje, Dean Shear in Guatemala. 14 countries at this 2020 World Championships, the 20th version. 3 countries outside the hemisphere: Ireland, Japan, and South Korea.
There's a side out. Good timeout for Kelani Lawrence. Part of that 70%.
Same score, 12-1. No change in score in that inning. Paola trying to close this out. And she and her partner, longtime partner Samantha Salas, will play Team USA. Mania and Racich for the title in the doubles.
Very simple and effective. Paola Longoria. This would be Paola's 4th world title. She already has 3 in the books. And she's 2 points away from getting number 4.
Nobody home. She kept it
Paola
live.
grabbed it.
Wow.
But look what Kelani Lawrence did with that ball. Nice little backhand cut straight in for a rollout.
Good court coverage by Kelani. So see what this serve is. She's standing left side, drives the Z. Foot fault. Second serve. 2 serves in open play, and all categories now in the International Racquetball Federation play.
Wow, very impressive from 38 feet. Paola Longoria rips that for a sidewall, front wall pinch rollout.
Thousands of practice hours, shots and serves. They don't just happen. No.
Point Paola Longoria.
Match point number 1 for another title. 14 serving 1 in game 2.
Shows that a half lob. She's going to get a setup with the backhand. Cross court, Kelani into the ground. Winner, Paola Longoria. Wow. 15-6, 15-1. Longoria goes into the winner's circle for the 4th world title.
Very impressive, very impressive. Very few unforced errors. Kelani did not really have answers for her, as
Agreed.
land 2-0 over Acuna. Acuna didn't have the answers in the first game. So we have two 2-0 championship matches. We'll have 2 doubles matches coming up. The first with the men, Team Bolivia versus Team Mexico. The second, women, Team Mexico, Team USA. You're watching the monitor, and Dean's interviewing Paola after she's won another title. I believe it's the 4th world title in her hands.
Thank you, Gary. So in the winner's circle, Team Mexico, Paola Longoria. This is your 4th world title. Is 4 better than the first one?
Yeah, you know, every title means a lot to me. Behind that title is a lot of hard work. You know, it's been a lot of tournaments right now, and I think my body right now feels a little tired, finally, but I'm so happy. I want to thank my family for all the support, my sponsors, my coaches, Fran, Edson, and I want to thank my brother, Christian, because he was helping me a lot here while not having my coach here. So it means a lot to me to get back the title. You know, I lost in 2018 with Gabi, and of course, like bring it back home, it feels a lot to me, and I'm very, very happy, very excited, and I think like all the hard work pay off.
So the last couple times you met Kelani in on the professional side, game 2 was a lot closer. Was that in your mind today, or in your game plan to keep your foot on the gas?
Yes, you know, the game plan and the strategy is always, I remember the words that my dad always told me, like, don't try to force the shots. Just kill the ball, don't get tired, just put the pressure on the opponent, and that's what I am doing the last couple tournaments. It's like sometimes I get relaxed and I lost my focus, but I honestly think that my dad in that situation helps me a lot to keep the foot on the gas, to keep motivated. And today I do it on the court. I know Kelani is a great player. I've been playing with her a lot of times on the tour. She's a strict player because she hits pretty weird sometimes. You didn't expect that shot. So I came with a game plan with my coach Fran and Edson Martinez, so I really appreciate the whole support. And I want to thank my sponsors that really made possible this event for me. Inde de Nuevo León, my parents, Laboratorios Tequis, Sub-Zero, Head, Sedena, Sanmi. So thank you very much, Sefrate. So I'm doing what I love, and I told you yesterday, this is my passion. Sometimes everybody asking me, like, you get tired from winning? No, I never get tired of winning, trust me.
Well, congratulations. Now, you said your dad gave you those words. Now, you said them in English, and I know that he didn't say that. No. So what are the exact words Dad says?
Okay, las palabras que me dice mi papá es, no le prestes la pelota a la jugadora. And that means, like, don't give the ball to the opponent. Just freaking go and play hard. Don't relax. And those are the words that I've been following the last couple tournaments. You know, I've been playing so well, but I've been working, and I do adjustments on my training. I changed my personal trainer, which is Edson Martinez, and he's in charge of the racquetball too with Fran. So I think the best way to do it is working, and I feel much better on the court, much lighter, more fast, and you know, I kind of getting a little bit older, and I need to get like the pressure on my body, like just not to feel it like that.
So I think what you said there is, it's not just Paola, it's a team. It's Paola. It's Team Paola. Congratulations, Paola. 4 world champions. The ladies champion, Paola Longoria, right here in Guatemala City, Guatemala.
Yeah, but I want to thank, voy a decir unas palabras en español. Quiero agradecer a mi familia y a toda la gente que ha estado al pendiente de mí viéndome en la ARF. Gracias de verdad por su apoyo, a todos mis patrocinadores y a mi familia. Este triunfo es para ellos.
Singles is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Doubles is coming up next. We'll be back in about 40 minutes. But men's doubles is first. Women's doubles, you're going to see her again. One more right here. Make sure you tune in on the International Racquetball Federation.